With less than 2 weeks left before our wedding, everything was already in place. Invitations had gone out. My suit had been perfectly tailored, and her gown had just been collected from the boutique. The venue was booked, the guest list finalized, the menu set, and even the playlist had been argued over until it felt flawless. Friends had begun arriving from different cities, families had secured their hotel rooms, and the atmosphere around us buzzed with excitement. The only thing left was the ceremony itself, the walk down the aisle and the vows we had written for each other. That's why, when she asked if we could talk one quiet Tuesday evening, I didn't think much of it. We had just finished dinner. I stood at the sink rinsing dishes while she perched tensely on the edge of the couch, her body stiff, as though she was bracing herself for something difficult. My first thought was that maybe she didn't want the big wedding anymore, that perhaps she'd suggest we run away and elope instead. Or maybe it was just nerves, the kind of stress most couples feel before a wedding. But then she spoke, and her words drained the air from my chest. She said there was someone she needed to see before we got married. I asked who, and when she said his name, my stomach knotted. It was her ex, the man she had loved for years before me. The same man she had promised was firmly in the past, cut out of her life once our relationship became serious. I struggled to process it. When I asked why, she admitted she felt unsettled, that part of her still needed closure. She couldn't commit fully until she faced whatever was left unresolved. I repeated the word back to her, closure, trying to understand. Then she revealed what she truly meant. She wanted one last night with him. For a moment I thought I had misheard. But her expression didn't waver, and her voice carried no shame. She was asking to sleep with him so she could move forward with me. The room felt like it collapsed inward. My chest tightened, my thoughts scattered. This was the woman I had chosen to spend my life with, calmly suggesting that being intimate with another man was a reasonable step before marriage. "You're asking to cheat," I said quietly. "It's not cheating if I'm honest about it," she whispered, as though her transparency somehow erased the betrayal. She seemed to believe that saying it openly made it acceptable. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I just looked at her steadily. Then words I hadn't planned slipped out. "All right. Go ahead." Her eyes widened. "What? You want your night with him? Take it," I said evenly. "But when you come back, I won't be here." Her mouth opened, but no words came. "I mean it," I continued. "Get whatever closure you think you need. But understand this. You'll be closing the door on us." At first, she didn't believe me. For days, she acted as if nothing had changed, making breakfast, chatting about wedding flowers, behaving like her confession had never happened. At night, as I lay beside her, I asked myself how she could talk about forever with me while already planning to betray me first. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I just waited. The night came when she quietly packed a small bag, touched up her makeup and whispered, "I'll see you tomorrow," before walking out. I stayed silent as the door clicked shut. The moment she left, I grabbed the duffel I had packed in advance. Without leaving a note, without drama, without sound, I walked out too. I turned off my phone, wiped my online presence, and drove for hours until I reached a quiet seaside town I had loved as a child. I rented a room in a modest inn run by an elderly couple who didn't ask questions. I bought an old sweater from a thrift shop, a notebook, and a bike. Most days I sat by the ocean, letting the rhythm of the waves be my company. For the first 2 mornings, I checked my phone. Nearly 90 missed calls. Dozens of desperate texts. She begged, apologized, claimed she hadn't actually gone through with it. Her friends messaged too, insisting she was devastated, saying she thought it was only a test, that I was supposed to sulk, forgive, and still be waiting for her at the end. She had never believed I would truly walk away. But when someone disregards your boundaries, that isn't love, it's control. After 2 days, I shut the phone off completely. Weeks later, sitting on the beach with a bitter coffee in a foam cup, I turned it back on. The calls and messages had stopped. The final text from her read, "I ruined everything." There was also an email. She wrote that she had made a terrible mistake, that she never went through with it, that she sat in a hotel parking lot crying instead. She swore she still loved me, begged me to come home. I read it slowly, then deleted it without replying. I didn't need her explanations, didn't need her closure. I had already found my own. She could rewrite the story however she wanted, say she panicked, claim she never meant it, even convince herself that I abandoned her. But deep down, she would always know the truth. She asked for one night with someone else, and in return, I gave her a lifetime to live with that choice.